On the cover page, it says, "The Pirate of Justice lies here. Yamato, Ocho, Kiku are leaving the grave of the hero where they've placed some flowers. The name on the grave is Gecko Moria." So yeah, this was the big reveal yesterday. It turns out that Gecko Moria, the guy from Thriller Bark, one of the main antagonists, pre-time skip, former warlord, his real name is Gecko Moria, which means that he is a part of the Kozuki clan, the monarchy of Wano, Odin, Momonosuke, all of them. Now, I guess there was some hints to this because somebody on Reddit figured this out 7 years ago. Holy crap, what a beast. But also we know that 23 years ago in story, Kaido fought Moria in Wano. We didn't really know why. We just thought, oh, that was interesting. But I guess it turns out because Moria was just living there. He's a freaking Kozuki. Now, he has this grave here, so I guess he was defeated by Kaido, but maybe it's even possible that Kaido almost did kill him. And then I guess Hogback possibly revived him because, look at Moria now. He's all stitched up and weird looking. He didn't look like that 23 years ago in Wano. So he might be like this because, Kaido wrecked him. I mean, isn't that like his story though? Like he lost and then he got all depressed and even more emo and goth than he already was. I guess Hogback stitched him up because, that's like Hogback's thing. He like makes all weird zombie people. I don't know if Moria is a zombie, but I think he just kind of stitched him up and revived him. Now, what is the grand purpose for Moria being a Kozuki other than it just being like, oh, that's pretty interesting? I mean, I guess it's because he can read the poneglyphs, right? Because the Kozuki clan, they essentially invented the writing on the poneglyphs. The poneglyph alphabet. And they are the ones that carve those words into the poneglyphs. And this is because they were like allies with Joy Boy in the Ancient Kingdom back in the day. And when all the Void Century stuff was starting to go off, Imu was about to take over the world, Joy Boy got the Kozukis and the rest of his joyous boys together and he was like, hey, we gotta carve this stuff into these unbreakable stones and then scatter them across the world so that everybody knows the truth. And there's only like a handful of people that can read this stuff. The Kozukis, of course, they like pass down the knowledge throughout their family and the generations and whatever. So like I said, technically Moria should be able to read them. He is a Kozuki. He probably was taught this as a child. And if he can, then, like I've said for many years now, he is for sure going to join the Cross Guild. The Yonko crew of Buggy, Crocodile, and Mihawk. And he will be the guy that can read the poneglyphs for them. Because that's where essentially everything is headed at this point, right? We're having like the big final cruise all going towards the One Piece, and they all need their own individual person to read the poneglyphs. The Straw Hats have Robin. Blackbeard's crew just stole Pudding, who is Big Mom's daughter. She is part of the Third Eye tribe, and once her third eye awakens, she will be able to read the poneglyphs. So now I guess Shanks needs somebody, right? I'm sure maybe Shanks can just read the poneglyphs himself. I mean, Shanks is perfect, right? Why not? But also, maybe that's why Doflamingo was given orders to kill Moria back in Marineford. Because Moria was like, on whose orders are you doing this? Was it Sengoku? And Doflamingo was like, nah, higher up than that. Implying the Gorosei or Emu, probably the Gorosei, but it's like, why are they killing Moria? Well, I guess they knew he was a Kozuki? I don't know. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. The chapter starts in the Oro Jackson. Roger was unhappy about Shakuyaku quitting the Kuja Pirates. The last time they fought, Roger noticed that Shakuyaku seemed sick, so he was worried about her. When Shakky quit the Kuja Pirates, she left a letter for Rayleigh to go meet her. But Rayleigh didn't want to bind himself to anyone. Then Roger decided to go visit Shakky's bar. So it turns out that Shakky is getting the love sickness from, I guess, loving Rayleigh. And maybe Rayleigh, friend zoning her or something defeated the love sickness? I don't know. I mean, the love sickness is, it's just not good. I don't like the love sickness. A while after that, 40 years ago, we see Garling, one of the Holy Knights at the time, talking to the Gorosei at Mary Joie. Garling informed them about God Valley, an island where he stayed for a short while during a mission. Garling explained that he tried to convince them to join the world government, but it was impossible. God Valley possessed a lot of resources that were extremely valuable to them. And on top of that, Garling made an unbelievable discovery. He says, "It was something I didn't expect at all. I'm certain the Great One will be pleased. Henceforth, I strongly recommend the tournament in 2 years to be hosted in God Valley." So, yeah, what is this? No idea. It could be a devil fruit. It could be a relic from the Void Century. It could be something that belonged to the Ancient Kingdom. Possibilities are endless. It's called God for a reason. But the big stone pillars there, that was probably split in half by somebody, maybe Joy Boy, maybe whoever Joy Boy Zoro was. You know, not really sure. But this is why God Valley was chosen for the hunting game, because Garling discovered it. He was there on a mission. And it's like, what mission was he on? What mission could possibly need somebody like Garling to go do it? Because you just think they would send CP0 for something like that. But it's like, where is he going? Is he going to like fight a Yonko or something? Because realistically, that's the only thing you would ever need Garling for. He's a freaking rocket launcher. You can't just like bring him to like a drug bust or something. But first, let's talk about our favorite artisan Japanese snack box, and that's Sakurako. Because this month's box is Journey to Okinawa, and it's filled with distinctive regional snacks from the islands of Okinawa. It also comes with this great booklet that explains every snack in the box, as well as Japan and its culture. Sakurako boxes also come with one tableware item, and this month it's the Minamikaze bowl. First, I tried the Sandpin tea, which pairs with everything in the box. This is a nice jasmine tea that has a really unique floral flavor to it, and apparently also aids in digestion. Next, I tried the Kokuto Corinto. Corintos are some of the best snacks that you're going to get in these boxes, in my opinion. And these with the brown sugar and rich caramel flavor are really great. Then I tried the Kokuto Cinnamon Peanuts. These have a nice crispy shell with brown sugar and cinnamon. These are so good. So guys, you can get your very own Sakurako box by checking the link in the description, and make sure you use code Zhoniin for $5 off your first box. Thanks guys. Cut to Hachinosu. According to Shakky's rules, pirates who come to Hachinosu to visit her bar are not allowed to fight in the bar. Therefore, many powerful pirates can be seen inside the bar drinking and talking without any fighting. Shakky noticed that the rocks were very happy and fulfilled, so she jokingly asked them if he was not in love with her anymore. Big Mom laughed, saying that he probably met another woman, and Rocks angrily told them that it was supposed to be a top secret. Whitebeard didn't understand what's happening, and Stussy said to him, "You can't tell?" Then Stussy thought to herself that Rocks' happy face was not just for a woman. He probably got a kid too. So yeah, Rocks, he's that guy. He found another woman and he made Blackbeard with her. Although, I think there's more to this. I think Rocks double dipped, you know? And I'm thinking he didn't just get Blackbeard, he also got Buggy. But we'll see. Suddenly, the Roger pirates come into Shakky's bar to see her. Roger defeated all of the pirates in the large line outside of the bar to enter first. Random pirates in the bar couldn't believe that the Roger pirates were there. They even took pictures of them. Rocks confronted Roger. Rocks says, "Roger, how many times I gotta tell you that this is my island?" And Roger says, "This is Shakky's bar. No fighting amongst customers, right? Stop yapping, you porcupine." Shakky asked Roger pirates if Rayleigh was there, but they said that he stayed on the ship avoiding her. Hearing that, Shakky turned sad and faint. Okay, so this is the big, cool interaction between Rocks and Roger. It's just 2 sentences. Better than nothing, but again, we'll just have to wait for God Valley. I'm pretty sure these guys are going to go at it there. I mean, it said that they did, but we'll just have to see how much they did, in fact. Cut to the underworld in Elbath. We see that Harold and Rocks were fighting each other during 2 epic double pages. Loki and Hyrden were watching the colossal battle, and they couldn't withstand the impact of Harold and Rocks' attacks. Rocks was very angry with Harold. Rocks says, "Harold, how could you of all people be manipulated by the government?" And Harold says, "Of course I had my hesitation. Like, is this something I want accomplished, even if it means killing a friend?" And Rocks says, "Don't give me that bull. At the end, you're still doing their bidding. You're just a fool. You're being used." Although they both attacked each other with powerful attacks, actually neither of them wanted to truly kill each other. So the fight ended in a draw. Rock says, "Then this marks the end of our friendship. I won't invite you ever again." And Harold says, "I'm a king. I would never risk the lives of my precious subjects by joining a villain destined for failure like you." And the narrator said, "This bizarre friendship between the two ended without a victor, and they won't meet again until the day of that incident." So, wow. Pretty emotional stuff here. As we saw in the previous chapter, the Gorosei made a deal with Harold. They were like, "Hey, you kill Rocks, we'll let Elbath flourish, you know, join the world government, join the Marines and all that stuff, but you just gotta kill Rocks." And Harold took the offer. It sucks, but it's necessary, and it is good writing, because as we've seen, Rocks freaking loves Harold. And Harold, I like it. He finally actually said that Rocks was his friend, but he's conflicted. It sucks because, you know, Rocks wouldn't do this. He wouldn't do that to Harold. He wouldn't do it to his crew. Rocks, he's not a great guy, but he's not a bad guy. And Harold is. So you know what? Screw you, Harold. All right? You fumbled not only the bag, but you fumbled the king. Which is ironic because you say you're the king, but you're not. Rox was the king. All right? You're never going to be a king. Even though you literally were a king, you'll never be a king to me. From then on, Loki waited for Rox to return on the Elbaf coast while he read news about Rox in the newspapers. Ida told him a lot of times that Rox won't come, and then we see that Loki began to open up to Ida. Last page of the chapter takes place 39 years ago in God Valley in the West Blue. We see a red-haired woman. We only see her from behind, walking with a baby stroller with twin babies in it. The villagers said how cute they are and how they noticed that the two babies inherited the woman's red hair. The villagers said that they will pray in order to the babies to grow up to be as smart as their mother, and they will help women to take care of the babies since the father is absent. The woman was very grateful. One of the villagers asked the women about the babies' names, and the chapter ends with a panel of the twin babies where their mother says their names. The red-haired woman says they are Shanks and Shamrock. So yeah, this is Shanks' mother, and it seems like she was not a celestial dragon. I could be wrong about this, but it doesn't seem like she is. It seems like she was just a God Valley inhabitant, right? And I guess the Beaver card was right this whole time. Shanks was actually born in God Valley. He wasn't born in Marijois. I mean, I thought maybe he was born in Marijois, then they took him to God Valley or something. No. He was born in the West Blue in God Valley, and depending on what's going on with his mom, he might be half a celestial dragon, and like I said, I think 2 years ago, half D. Yep, I'm thinking this woman might be a D, because Roger, right, he got with a D, Portuguese D Rouge, so there's women Ds out there when Oda needs them to be. All right? I don't know who this woman is. We're not supposed to know who she is, but I guarantee she died. For sure she died. And I'm not even saying recently. She probably died shortly after God Valley. If not during God Valley. But anyway, let me know what you think about all this stuff in the comments, guys. And if you liked the video, please give it a like. We're going to make a follow-up video to this on Friday once we get the full chapter. But yeah, let me know. Have a great day. See you in the next one.